Hey, what is up guys? Guitarrock here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, today we'll be doing something different. We're going to talk about a package, alright, specifically from the Diamond Shop. This is a package that everyone has access to, I believe, which is the Legend Scroll package. Alright, so you have the ability to purchase this package regardless of whether you're new or have been playing for a while. And this Legend Scroll package costs 600 diamonds. Alright, it gives you 10 Legend Scrolls and a bonus of 300,000 gold. Alright, so this is where it gets a bit complicated. Alright, so ideally for most players, it's kind of hard to recommend buying the Legend Scroll package if you know what you want or what you're aiming for, specifically Legendary Companions right now, because of the mileage. Back then, when the mileage for companions didn't exist, before the companion system was even a thing, this package was already there. It has been existed for the longest time ever. Alright, 600 diamonds will give you 10 Legend Scrolls and 300,000 gold as a bonus, right? So there are some players who say that this is not worth buying at all because mileage is just way better. You're gonna get the guaranteed companions. But there are also some players that say that this is worth going for because it's ideally cheaper. Alright, if you want to gamble your luck a little bit, this is gonna be worth it. And even if you don't get anything good out of that 10 Legend Scrolls, you do get that 300,000 gold, alright? But then again, there are some players that say mileage is better because you can stack up the mileage and then you can slowly work towards your goal. So yeah, it's just a bunch of back and forth regarding the worth of this Legend Scroll package. Like, should you buy it? Should you not buy it? Like, who is this actually for? In my opinion, this is just my opinion, alright? I do think that this is more for newer players. If you're new to the game, alright, and you are probably someone that's still trying to get accustomed to the game and stuff, and you are not familiar with a lot of the game modes, like you're not familiar with Guild Wars, you're not familiar with world bosses, you're still struggling in Arena, probably you're in the lower silver to gold or even bronze maybe, you won't be able to generate a high amount of diamonds income per week, alright, compared to the veteran players. So this package is sort of built for those players because, number one, if you were to mileage a Legend Companion, right? So let's say you get super unlucky right here. If you go to recruit, so if anyone were to recruit Legend Companion, so you can mileage them or guaranteed to get them in 200 attempts if you use these diamonds right here, right? 900 diamonds, 200 attempts, so that's a total of 18,000 diamonds. So 18,000 diamonds, I'm not going to say it's little. It's definitely a lot for me, but for some players it might be little depending on whether you are a whale or not. And I would say for most players, I mean, if you can ask any players out there, are you willing to pay 18,000 diamonds for a companion, right? Most of the time the answer is going to be no. Alright, 18,000 diamonds for just one Legend Companion is extremely expensive. Alright, ideally if possible, you would prefer to get it for way cheaper. Like, let's be real here, 18,000 diamonds for one companion, you need 4 companions ideally, and then you can get one from the Fate system. So 18 times 4, that's like what? 72,000 diamonds? I mean, to get a plus 15 legendary, you need 72,000 diamonds in stock. It's kind of, if you look at it that way, if you are super unlucky, you are going to go mileage all the way, it's really expensive and it's not doable for most players. So that's when this Legend Scroll package comes in. So I do think that sometimes, in some occasions, you would want to push your luck a little bit as a free-to-play, as someone who has experienced good luck in this before. Now, again, I'm going to say this again. Different players are going to give you different advice, especially from veterans, based on their own personal experiences. And it makes sense, right? If we experienced good pulls in the past, we will say, okay, this package is good because I've gotten something good for it before. Now, if you haven't gotten anything good from it before, you're going to say, oh, stay away from this, it's bad, this is trash. Alright, I get it. All the while, it has always been like that for most gacha games, not just in Brave 9 or Brown Dust, right? It has always been like that throughout in any games. They've gotten good stuff from it, they're going to say, yes, that's good. And if it's bad, they're going to say that's bad because they've never gotten anything good from that. But in terms of this Legend Scroll package, I do think that yes, the mileage exists and that's also an option, but the existence of mileage doesn't immediately make this Legend Scroll package bad. So, to clarify further, maybe we can watch a bit of an old video that I did last time. Alright, this was way back in 2018. So bear with me for a bit, we're gonna go watch it together, alright? Okay, so I did this video about maybe 2 years ago. 0.1% chance, my first Dominus Octo. Okay, let's watch it. Who will this be? Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at this, level 59 Gitarok, Art of War. You know, 1.5 years ago, November 23, 2018. This was before the global launch event, alright? Back then, Asia server was the first one to came out, and then America server and EU server came out right after. Okay, you can see right here, Legend Scroll package. Literally the same. Alright, literally the same one. Back then when I first started playing the game, I buy this every week. I literally bought this every week. Alright, ideally as a new player, back then, gold was always an issue for me. I'm not sure if it is still that way now because of the jumpstart quest and plenty of things that new players have right now. But for me back then, gold was the real struggle. The Legend Scroll is cool, but ideally when I buy this, back then it was always for the gold, right? You guys can see there, purchase 20 Legend Scrolls right there in the shop. Can I get... Okay, so you can see back then, this was during the first batch of the Octo. They only released Lucius and Livia in the Gacha Octo system. So back then there wasn't any Asmode or Vals just yet, there was only Lucius and Livia. So 0.2% chance if you divide, you can get 0.1% chance for each of them, right? Oh! Whoa! 5-star! Please, if I can get Sigmund or Foxy, that would be epic. Who will this be? Oh my god! Oh my god! So yeah, so that was the video that I did about 2 years ago, alright, or 1.5 years ago. I did got pretty lucky, I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty lucky to be obtaining Lucius just like that. So ideally looking at my luck, it makes sense for me to recommend something like the Legend Scrolls to newer players to try to push their luck a little bit, and of course I would hope that you guys can get as lucky as I am. And having that Lucius from that moment onwards, it just changed my life. Alright, I was able to perform better in PvP, Guild Wars, etc. But for the past few days I've been thinking to myself, alright, if I never gotten a Lucius from that particular pool, right? Let's say it was a random 5-star, right? Would I have changed my recommendation? Would I have said that, okay, the Legend package is not worth buying? So here's where I want to come into this calculation right here. Alright, if you go over here, the Mercenary Recruit Probability. So right here you can check the Legend Recruit Probability Guide. Alright, so for the Dominus Octo, if you select either Lucius, Livia, Vals or Asmode, is 0.2% chance. Obviously, back then you can't select, so it's like all 4 of them are in there. So you have like a 0.05% chance to get either one of them. So the luck is, the chance of getting either one of them is extremely hard, especially you can't select them. But of course, right now we have the options to select them. And the companions, alright, 0.5% chance to obtain companions. You can notice for 5-star Legend companions is slightly higher, alright, slightly higher than the Dominus Octo. So this is where it gets interesting. So I did came up with a bit of a calculation. So keep in mind, this is not completely 100% accurate, alright? It's just to give you guys a rough idea of how much you can get from buying the Legend Scroll package. Again, I know it's not completely 100% accurate, and if you guys know a better method, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Here's the thing, assuming that 0.5% chance is based upon each single pool, right? So every time you do 600 diamonds, you buy the Legend Scroll package, you get 10 pulls, 10 Legend Scrolls. So in that 10 Legend Scrolls, you have a 5% chance. Assuming, alright, 5% chance to get a Legend Companion, which is what most players would aim for, the Legend Companions. Now, if you do like 100 pulls, let's say you have 100 Legend Scrolls, ideally that will give you 50% chance to obtain a Legend Companion, a guaranteed one. And if you go even higher, 200 Legend Scrolls, now that will give you a 100% chance of obtaining the Legend Companions. Ideally, okay, so I'm just speaking for RNG perspective. Obviously, it's not accurate in that sense because there's still RNG doesn't work that way, you know, but in a graph format, so you will need 200 pulls. Now, if you convert 200 pulls and you buy the Legend Scroll package every day, so that is a cost of 12,000 diamonds. Now that I feel is a much more fair price compared to the 18,000 diamonds for a Legend Companion. Now, I do get it. I understand where most players are coming from, especially when you have had bad luck before. Ideally, you would try to avoid buying the Legend Scroll package. But think about this. If I compare like my calculation, 12,000 diamonds versus the 18,000 diamonds, you are ideally saving the 6,000 diamonds. If you look from that perspective, the Legend Scroll package is kind of worth it in a way. Now again, I know the flaw of the calculation and it doesn't work 100% accurately. Sometimes you will still need to do more pulls and stuff, but it's just a rough idea sort of thing, you know, so that you guys can create a discussion in the comment section below. So here's what I would like to conclude. Yes, mileage is very good because it guarantees you a companion that you want or a unit that you want. But that doesn't immediately dismiss this Legend Scroll package as a bad package. Alright, so this package is still a decently valued package. Alright, it has Legend Scrolls and you still have gold. Alright, so you can't argue that you have too much gold. Alright, gold is pretty valuable in this game because end game wise, you're gonna need tons of gold to be obtaining a bunch of soul gears. So with gold, it's gonna be much more of a thing for veteran players than for newer players. So here's what I think you should be spending your diamonds most of the time. If you are rushing to get your companions to the optimal skill level, alright, for example, like you want to get Raphithia from plus 11 to plus 12, right, to get this bonus range right here, then I would say most of the time you don't want to risk your luck. But let's say you already have a Raphithia at plus 12 and maybe you're thinking of plus 14 or 15 her. So your next stage is plus 13, which is still kind of a slight boost, but it's not as huge as the range boost. So in that case, I would say just gamble your luck a bit. Just buy the Legend Scroll package because there's no rush in trying to mileage her. So I do think that whether or not the Legend Scroll package is worth it, it's going to come in a much more case-to-case scenario basis. But if you are completely new and you have no idea what units you want to pick and stuff, that Legend Scroll package does have a decent value. You can't really dismiss the value that it has. 600 diamonds, 10 Legend Scrolls, 300,000 gold. You can only buy 3 per week, so you don't have to buy all 3 per week. You can just buy one once a week and try out your luck. I do think that at the end of the day, we are playing a gacha game, you know? So just try your luck a little bit. You never know. Maybe you get that 5-star that you're looking for, or you just get a companion in that 10 pulls, right? Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is just based upon my opinion and my own pulling experiences. Now, I've been playing the game for a long time, and I can understand that some players might not share the same perspective that I do. But yeah, feel free to let me know what you guys think regarding the Legend Scroll package in the comments below. As always, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.